What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the Slab Stock Sunday show, except on Thursday. Today's Thursday, not Sunday. Aaron here, joined by Julian once again, because this Sunday is Christmas Eve, so we will not be streaming. So instead, we are doing a preview show here tonight of our favorite cards on the weekly auction, number 101, that is coming. So, Julian, welcome to the show. How is your Thursday going?
Thank you. As many people can probably tell, I'm in a different setting because I'm in Michigan and I actually just drove up and got here like 20 minutes ago. So it's been quite the day so far, but I had to make it back for this preview show, the Sunday Thursday show.
The Sunday Thursday show. I love it. So I know we got a lot of people that join the regular show on a Sunday. If you can't make it here tonight on the Thursday, we totally understand, but we still want to walk through and preview some of our favorite items here from our partner PWCC with their 101st auction ending, and something to give a shout out on too that we want to just highlight here really quick is that PWCC is teaming up with Fanatics Live to reward your auction presence with a present. It says bids on any listing in PWCC Weekly Auction number 101 or 102 will earn you a one-time promo code for $10 off a Fanatics Live fixed break spot. So, funny enough, is we do Fanatics Live fixed breaks. So, if you just want to, this literally says bids on any listing. It doesn't say you have to win them. It doesn't say it has to be a certain type of card. Anything you bid on, and I don't think that's like you place 10 bids, you get $100 in discounts. I'm pretty sure it's you bid on any item, you'll get $10 code at maximum. But either way, hey, that's $10 that you can come on our Fanatics live streams, which we are live many days during the week. And we'll be live for our Happy Hobby Days show on Wednesday of this upcoming week to do our big college football preview show, plus Bowman Draft. Pretty much our last Bowman Draft show actually in that stream too. So we're calling it the Bowman Madness stream. So you can get those $10 coupons and go use them in our stream. On Wednesday the 27th, Julian will be here at the Slab Studio breaking with us. What's up, Big John? What is up, Joel? Good to see you all, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas. So, Julian, I think to kick off the stream tonight, you and I maybe go back and forth here tonight, sharing some of our favorite cards. I'm going to start with you. Give us a card that you're excited about in this auction. What's up, Manny?
I mean, you can see it right here, the Messi 2016 Flawless. I texted you about this card last week. I hadn't selected the filter for like the specific weekly auction. I was like, dude, this card is massive. It's so sweet. You don't see cards like this pop up very often. 2016 Flawless. I mean, you can't go wrong with that card. The Souls of the Game, you can see part of it in the patch. And yeah, I got nothing else to say. It's a beautiful card.
Man's at a loss for words.
I am.
Manny says Manny's kind of chirping for Manchester United right now, but he's a Chelsea fan. So Manny, I'm not sure how much we can chirp to.
Don't be like Max. Max always talks smack. Even, like, you guys can get relegated, he could still find a way to talk smack.
That is that would actually be true, I think, which is kind of funny. All right, I'm gonna go next. And I'm gonna actually also show a soccer card, which this is gonna be my only soccer card I'm gonna share for this one. But I'm a Messi guy. Did I take one of yours?
No. Well, I had a favorite, but I had a ton. But this is a great card. Great job.
Okay,
so I'm impressed.
So normally I would pick the Messi to share, and Julian would pick the Ronaldo, or I guess we're kind of playing Uno reverse here. So I'm gonna pick this Ronaldo Immaculate 2017 boot memorabilia prime. That is from the Nike boot as well. The extremely popular. I forget what the name of them are, but it starts with an M. What are those boots called?
Mercurials.
Yeah,
Mercurial. It's like MERCURIAL.
Yeah, kind of a tough word to say. But it's a one of one boot here, and it is match worn, which is obviously extremely important. There you can see in the middle of the card there, enclosed match worn shoe material. Anything that's match worn, especially when you have a GOAT or one of the GOATs like Ronaldo, Messi's the real GOAT, but you got Ronaldo here, one of one. Just a fantastic looking card. It's at 1,100 right now. Obviously, these all end in 3 days, so the bids will be a little bit lower for these things, as a lot of people see them over the weekend and stuff like that and get their bids in. But wow, what a card there. Really sick one. It just caught my eye. I didn't actually see it until I think it was this morning when I was looking, but yeah, just an absolutely fire card. All right, Julian, what's up next for you?
For sure. And I do find it funny that I chose the Messi, you chose the Ronaldo. But
I know, right?
Let's go with a Jordan Walker 2020 draft gold.
Wow, I was actually thinking about selecting that one. So there you go.
Yeah, with my limited baseball knowledge, I know the Cardinals were pretty booty this past year. Jordan Walker's super talented prospect. I haven't looked a ton into his card market, but I'm assuming stuff isn't as hot as it would be if the team was a lot better.
No.
I've read a bunch of stuff about his like huge potential, and they think like value him pretty highly at the Cardinals. So something like this, a gold auto, like it's such a sweet card, and for like top players, like they're very expensive. So I don't know, 230 pre-buyers premium seems like a pretty good price. So
Well,
that's one.
I was just gonna say right now there's
Like,
a
yeah, right now, yeah, I should clarify because it'll go up quite a bit, but like it usually people are clamoring to get these type of cards.
yeah, I mean that's a really good card, and you're right. The Cardinals do value him very highly. He was a top 3 prospect in baseball until he graduated off the prospect rank listing. But the thing about Jordan Walker is that he was being played in the outfield, and he was a third base in the minors. I do believe, but of course, any Cardinals fan or baseball fan would know that Nolan Arenado is like very much so blocking his third base presence. So until Arenado is either, I don't know, maybe traded at some point or isn't on the Cardinals, Walker will not be playing third base, as Arenado is one of the best third base defensive players ever. And maybe that was contributing to some of his struggles, was having to, get down a new position. But BGS 9.5 sold for $3,500 in November. You can go back and see even a gold wave PSA 10 did like 2650, which gold waves are way less sought after than these. And this card actually in June did 4.92K. So I would say that if you do have the extra cash flow, if you are a big baseball fan, if you are a Jordan Walker believer, there might not be a better time to buy this card than right now. Although maybe he struggles next year again hitting, and then maybe there is a better time to buy it. But I mean, honestly, it just feels like that with kind of what the market does around this time of year, plus the struggles he had last year. It might be like a perfect storm to acquire super high end piece for not the same, a lot lower than it was earlier in the year. I'm going to continue
Definitely.
the baseball train here. I feel like I'm just kind of copying Julian right now with sports, but Mike Trout,
Like
2013.
like normal, like normal,
Come
right?
on, come on, come on. Mike Trout, 2013 Superfractor 1 of 1 BGS 9. We all know the struggles that Trout's had both with health in the last few years and with making the playoffs with the Angels, and just the Angels in general. You have two of the best players of all time with Ohtani and Trout, and they haven't made the playoffs since he appeared in one wild card game back in, I don't know what it was, like 2014, 15 or something like that. But man, I love superfractors, and this superfractor absolutely pops. If you look at it on the screen right now, if you're listening on podcast, be sure to look this thing up on maybe Card Ladder Sales History or PWCCmarketplace.com. Actually, yeah, do that because you'll listen to this podcast before this card even ends, actually. So if you do want to shot at this card, go to PWCCmarketplace.com. Look up Mike Trout Superfractor in the search bar. You'll find a 2013 Bowman Chrome Superfractor. I just can't stop looking at this thing. The swirls are so intense on that. And any superfractor from Bowman or Topps Chrome of one of the best players ever, Mike Trout, you got to think it's got a place in the market for a long, long time. I know that his market has dropped a lot because of the injuries. He was on pace to statistically be one of the best baseball players ever. I think he's definitely fallen off that pace now with the time missed over the last few years. But at the same time, we all hope that he regains his health and is dominating like his MVP play he has in the past for so many years. So I'm excited to see him this year. I hope he stays healthy. But yeah, what a card right there. What an absolute card.
Superfractors just hit different.
They do, man.
All right, my next one. Let's go with. I'll also do a Ronaldo card. There's a Cristiano Ronaldo Beam Team from 2022 Stadium Club. The Beam teams are real nice. I do like the last year's one a little bit better than this year's, but they're pretty close in comparison. I do, even though I'm a Man United fan, I love that this is in his Real Madrid kit. And it's just a super sweet looking card. Orange out of 25, Stadium Club. His stuff is, as we've talked about before, has fallen off a cliff since he moved to Saudi Arabia. So it also could potentially be a good time to pick up some of the stuff because it's pretty cheap. We don't know what will happen. I'm assuming once he retires, this stuff will jump back up because he's such a legend. But I love this card. A lot of the stuff is is more affordable now because of that. But yeah, great card.
It is a nice card. Real Madrid kit too. I do like how they started to use Ronaldo in the Real Madrid kit in newer releases from Top Soccer because they were using he was playing with Juventus. They're using the Juventus kit a lot in those like 2018 to 2021 years, 2020 years even. And it just feels right seeing in Real Madrid or Manchester United kits too. So yeah, very nice card there. Very, very nice card. All right, next one up for me. I don't know if I'm going to say this is one of my favorite cards in the list in the auction, but I'd be remiss if I didn't at least bring it up and talk about it. You have a quad booklet here of 4 players from the 2018 NBA draft class: Luka Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., Colin Sexton, and Kevin Knox. You look at the left side, and while Jaren Jackson Jr., another guy that's kind of battled some injuries, he has had some really good success while healthy. This year, I know he's playing pretty well. You look at the right side. Well, obviously, Luka, we don't even have to talk about. He's amazing. You look at the right side. Yeah, Colin Sexton, who I would say kind of is a bust. I mean, he's a backup for the Jazz. And then you've got Kevin Knox, who is a definite bust. I know he played a couple of minutes for the Pistons this year, but what are we talking about? The worst team in NBA history. So yeah, I mean, you kind of go from best to worst, left to right, and I feel like that. My goodness, you throw in Shea Gilgeous-Alexander into this card, maybe even obviously like Trae Young into this card, and maybe Jaren Jackson Jr. stays, or there's someone else you might want to put in there instead. I don't know, like Jalen Brunson or something, and you could be looking at one of the best quad Nike patches ever. But it just kind of goes funny from left to right there. And as Manny said, can we cut the card in half? I think you were just talking about that today, Julian, with the iconic moments from Tops from Disney. You're like, hey, can we just come in half?
Yeah.
Obviously, jokingly, but
jokingly.
Yeah, just gotta make that clear. Yeah, but pretty funny card there.
Yeah, and it's hilarious that it does actually go like left to right, like best to worst. Like no debate.
Yeah. All right, you're up next.
I'm gonna go with a George Kittle Contenders rookie auto, which while I'm not the biggest fan of sticker autos, I can't not shout out my boy George Kittle. Best tight end in the league. Who needs Taylor Swift? George Kittle all the way. Niners going to win it all. I don't need to say anything more. We got Brock Purdy, best offense in the league. George Kittle's the best. He's just amazing.
Yeah, honestly, George Kittle's been my fantasy team for the last 2 seasons now. And last year he pretty much won my league for me. I mean, he had a really bad like first half of the year last year, I think, but the second half of the year he was just going bonkers, and he helped me win my league. And this year he's got to do the same. I got Purdy, Samuel, and Kittle all at the right time. They're all clicking. So let's keep that train going. I know the Packers stand no chance to beat them even if we make the playoffs. So I'm just gonna say, Niners, win me my fantasy league. That's all I need this season. I just want to see Love keep on playing well.
So temporary Niners fan.
Well, okay. I mean, if we're playing you, I'm not cheering for the Niners. That would never happen. I'm just saying, through the regular season, I hope the Niners smoke everyone and win out and win me my fantasy league. That would be the most ideal pattern. Julian, do you have any Kittle cards in your personal collection?
I think I have one. I don't remember what it is, but I think I have one. I have that. I have a Bosa. I have a Trey Sermon, who, funny enough, did you know he like popped off for the Colts this past weekend?
You said Trey Sermon?
Like the former Ohio State running back?
Oh, okay.
Drafted by the Niners in, I want to say 2019.
Yeah, I do remember him.
2020. Dude was like third string, got cut. And I had this card, and I was like, okay, this is sick. I'm just going to hold on to it forever, but I don't anticipate him ever playing again. And I was watching the Colts game, and they're like, Trey Sermon reaches like 80 yards rushing. I was like, dude, what? This guy's still in the league?
Wait, do you have the National Treasures patch auto of his card?
No, it's a Contenders Cracked Ice auto.
Oh, yeah. I do. Okay, I remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah. There was the 1-of-1 patch auto that someone had there, but they're asking like $200-$300. I was like,
yeah. Got you. All right. I'm up next. I know that this is a PSA 6, but this card is absolutely sick. It's from 2019 Topps Archives. It's got like an 8-bit background on it.
Yeah.
But most importantly, it has Shohei Ohtani's original autograph on it. We're very close to it, which he signed all his 2018 cards like. And then recently, like 2020, 2021, 22, 23, it's been a lot more short form, although still a very nice looking autograph. But I'm a really big fan of this one right here. You know, I think one thing that would maybe up this card notch even further is if it had some foil finish over the top of it, like a lot of the archives cards have it. That now, especially this year, they got a lot of foil finish over it. Look really cool. But I just like it a lot. I'm a big like arcade video game type of fan. I mean, I'm not like insanely big. I'm not like super knowledgeable in all the different games and stuff. But I just like the vibe, and I think that this is a really cool card that's kind of like that. Plus the red with the Angels colors is pretty cool, and it's number out of 10 also. So
Are
fun
you
card there, Watani.
are you telling me that you're gonna get a Pac-Man arcade machine for the Slab Studio?
Should we get NBA Jam?
Yes. Yeah, but I do love this card. The pixelation is like so sick, and then there's just him. So it's
Yeah.
not too much, but it's like enough where it's super sweet.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan. What's up, BLK? Good to see you. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you and everyone out there. All right, Julian, what do we got next, man?
All right. I can't not talk about this card. There's the Kobe Bryant 2004 Exquisite. These exquisite cards are so sweet, and at some point, I want to pick one up, and you can't go wrong with Kobe Bryant. Just the pose, the patch, the auto. You know, this is one of the first cards that caught my attention outside of the Messi, and the legend he is. His value in the hobby will always stay the same, if not go up. So you can't, in my opinion, of course, you can't go wrong with a card like this.
I think if you look at the patch too, the patch is like from an older jersey. Like it's very clearly from an older Lakers jersey where they did not have the outlines around the numbers and stuff with like the purple color and everything like that, or yellow and whatnot. But like I think it's a really cool patch. Just like Julian said, exquisite patch autographs. I do aim to achieve one someday as well, but that is not today. And if you wanted to get in on one early, there's a second one of the same card actually ending in the next auction 102. So maybe get your bid in early to get that $10 off Fanatics Live code.
Oh, I like that.
I mean,
Good stuff.
you bid $10, and if you accidentally win the card, you get an absolute steal.
That'd be like winning the lottery.
Obviously, you would not get that card for $10, but yeah, you're right. All right, next up on the list for me. This one's super interesting, mostly because I don't think I've actually ever seen this card before, and I've collected a lot of mid 2000s. What?
That is something. If Aaron hasn't seen it, then probably nobody has seen it.
No, there's definitely people who have seen this, but it's a 2003 Bowman Chrome Tony Romo red refractor. I don't really ever remember even seeing Tony Romo's Bowman Chrome rookie card to start with, and then secondly, it's red, but it's numbered out 235. It's numbered out 235. I know, modern
That's
collectors
thrown off.
Exactly. Modern collectors like ourselves expect this to be red number out of 5. I'm sure this would be, $1,000+ already. But even at 360, it's still a pretty healthy price. So it's a BGS 10 pristine. Manny says, dang, that Romo was nasty. I know you're a Cowboys guy, so I'm sure you love that. And obviously, Romo with his announcing career now, maybe people are looking at it too. But just a really cool card, I think, from early 2000s football product that you don't see very often. I really cannot remember ever seeing Tony Romo's Bowman Chrome rookie card. Now, maybe I'm just crazy, but he can't have many rookie cards either. I just don't feel like you see very many Romo. I'm even trying to see how many like sales recently. Like, even the base rookies sell for like base raw rookies go for like $25 to $45. Like, I just don't think they really make their way out there a whole lot. Like, you can scroll back on Card Ladder, like 2 to 3 scrolls, and you're already in September for sales history. They got black refractors also number out 500. Now, this is also just, I started collecting football cards in 2008. So anyone that's a little bit older than me probably knows this card like the back of their hand. But yeah, I just think it's a really cool card. So, all right, go ahead.
I agree. Should we do one more? How many more are we doing?
Let's just keep rolling.
Okay. I'm going to go with there is a Sean O'Malley 2022 Immaculate UFC auto out of 6, which is a super sweet looking card. Now, by no means am I a UFC expert. I actually don't really watch much UFC, but I know who Sean O'Malley is. I know he's been doing pretty good. He's kind of like a fan favorite, but for the price right now, will probably go up. But for an out of 6 patch auto, like, I don't think it'll hit that high. I think there's a ton of potential for for growth. I think he currently has a championship belt, which he's probably gonna be fighting soon to keep. Some of these UFC cards are super sweet. I should probably look up how he's doing. Very interesting guy, as you can tell from his appearance. Like, he kind of cracks me up, but
Yeah, he's a showman to say the least.
he is, and yeah, I mean, depending on how much it goes for, it could definitely be a play to pick up a card like this, because I know there are quite a few fighting fans who collect cards, and there's always at the shows like a couple guys that have a ton. But yeah, it's super sweet card.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a cool card. I used to have a big Sean O'Malley. Actually sold it here in PWCC probably like a year and a half ago. I has an orange refractor rookie auto out of 25 BGS 95.
Nice.
All right. Here's my next one. 2016 Topps 5-star gold Pele auto number 50 BGS 9. Now I have to, see, this was issued through Baseball Product. I got to imagine, back in 2016, let's say you're a huge baseball collector. You don't give a rip about soccer, which honestly was probably me in 2016. I'm going to be completely honest here. I open up a 5-star box hoping for that nice Mike Trout patch auto, that Albert Pujols Cardinals logo patch auto, and you get Pele. You're probably like, what the heck is this? I don't want a soccer card in my baseball cards. Well, honestly, if you did pull that back in 2016 and held on to it, or if you bought it within the last 5 years, you'd be pretty dang happy, because this is an on-card auto of one of the GOATs next to Messi and Ronaldo. A super, super nice pack issued on-card auto. Like, look how nice that auto looks, Julian.
That's so nice. It's kind of rare to see a super nice Pele auto.
Well, especially from the recent sets. I mean, think about it, and, obviously with his health and everything like that, and whatnot over the last year, the Eminence set that released, he didn't sign on card, and they were all sticker, and a lot of them ran off the sticker, so like, this is quite the card. I don't know how much it's going to sell for. I could try to do a little bit of quick search here on Card Ladder, see what maybe these sold for at one point. I know there's a horizontal design of this card too. I believe, no, the horizontal design is from 2013, so there's actually an even earlier one like this. But the last SGC 9.510 did $1,200 in October. So very nice card. It obviously $1,000, but if you got that in your card budget, and you're a soccer fan, especially, I mean, this is hard to pass. And like, you think about the fans of the game always in Prism, where they got players from, like Kobe and Andrew Luck in that set for Prism World Cup. Like, I think this card is just as good. Honestly, it's an on-card auto of Pele in a baseball card set. It's sick. That's all I gotta say. It's sick.
Honestly,
Awesome
even
card.
at $1,000, that seems still low. Like, for such a legendary player. I mean, that card is sick. And another one, kind of along the Kobe Bryant lines, like, I don't think this card's ever gonna like tank.
Yeah, I mean, you're always gonna have some value in a card like this. Like, but if you look back 2017, 2016, when this card was releasing, they were selling for $198 to $200. Which I know a lot of cards increased in price since then, but these were topping out around like 2.5 to 3K. Just the recent ones have sold a little bit lower now. But yeah, I mean, Pele's Pele, and there's only so many on-card autographs, especially ones that are like extremely clean like that. So just awesome card.
Yeah.
Right, what do you got?
I'm going to point out a card. It's not one of my favorites. I just think it's an interesting card considering I'm a Niners fan. But there's a Drew Lock camo Prism auto out of 25 PSA 10, which I am certainly keeping my eye on, just because I want to see how much it raises. And I haven't done a ton of research on it, but I'm sure that there were some pretty cheap sales on this card, considering he hasn't started for a year and a half, and he's been at the Seahawks and he's been balling. I gotta respect it, even though he plays for the Seahawks, doing his little backpack like celebration. But yeah, he's been balling. I don't know if it's sustainable. I know, just like off of what we've seen in the past, like time in and time out, is that his cards have definitely spiked because he's played so well. But it's one to keep an eye out for, just because I want to see how crazy it goes, or how brazy it goes, right, Aaron?
I think what I need to share next is, do you remember this card?
Yes.
So I think it was like maybe is October. I think this thing it sold for like $660 here on the weekly auction. We use this card as an example of like who are all these people spending on Bailey Zappi and Drew Lock is basically what we were saying. And funny enough, those are like the two guys who actually have performed in like the positions that they're in now up to this point. Not to say they're going to keep on performing. Like think about Josh Dobbs. We're talking about the $550 RPAs that are now $35. So pump the brakes a little bit. I know people can probably be like, oh, you're wrong on Drew Lock. He had one good game, which is true. Maybe you can make some money in Drew Lock right now. Congrats if you are. Congrats if you had cards that you maybe bought low or they're underwater on and now they're more expensive. I'd say sell them if you can right now. But either way, still got to shout out this card because the bro patch is super.
The bro.
I love the bro patch. Okay.
Yeah.
It's awesome. All right. My
And
next
I mean,
card.
I do like Drew Lock. It's just unfortunately he's on the Seahawks, so I can't like say I'm like rooting for him, but like I am slightly happy that he's doing well because he seems like a really humble guy, and there hasn't been like a ton of complaints for him that he wasn't starting. And just like Geno Smith, he stepped up when they needed him, and he's made an impression. So who knows what'll open up in the future for him if he'll end up taking over as the Seahawks starter, or if someone else will be interested to try and bring him in. But yeah, it's risky because you don't know what will happen.
So I think that's going to be actually what's interesting coming up next. Geno Smith, as of yesterday, Pete Carroll says he's a full go in Wednesday's practice. I mean, on one hand, Geno Smith was awesome last year, and he had a couple games this year where he wasn't the best. On the other hand, Drew Lock had a really nice game. They beat the Eagles, although Eagles I gotta say it. I kind of think we've been saying that for a while.
You did say that. I'm pretty sure somewhere we have the receipts, but like,
yeah, I mean they were barely beating everyone, and the Cowboys were better than them when they lost to them, and then they destroyed them. And now the Seahawks beat them, and they lost 3 straight now. And at least maybe they bounced back like the 49ers, but I don't see it. 49ers way more talented and stuff like that. Brock kind of had that concussion around that stretch. But it will be interesting. My point is to see who do they go with this week. Do they go back to Geno? Can you not start Drew Lock, considering he just won a game against the Eagles? I mean, that's a big deal, for them to maintain even any hope for the playoffs, which will probably come down to the Saints, Seahawks, or Packers making the last spot in my mind, which we've choked the last 2 games. So I'd be shocked if we actually make it. But I do think it'll be between us for that last spot. So we'll see. But I'm going to actually go to the other side of the trade now. So Drew Lock was traded to the Broncos from the Seahawks. Noah Fant, first-round picks, all that stuff, yada, yada, for Russell Wilson. And the Broncos, when they started just absolutely dreadful this year, I think it was kind of like, here we go again. Like last year was terrible, but it was, Nathaniel Hackett. They bring in Sean Payton, do bad to start the year, but now sit at second in the West at 7-7. Which I think is part of that extremely crowded postseason picture in the AFC, which is like extremely crowded. Now they just got blown out by the Lions last game, which is not a great look. But let's see here. I gotta see this playoff picture quick. So right now they are on the outside looking in because you've got, man, it's a good thing the Packers are to the AFC because we have no chance of the playoffs there. But 7-7, is the Steelers and Broncos at 10-11. You've got the Colts at number 7 at 8-6, which is the last playoff spot, tied with the Bengals. And then the Bills are losing a tiebreaker along with the Texans. And they're both 8-6 also. So, like, it's going to be a crazy end of the season in the AFC. We'll see if the Broncos and Wilson and Payton can get it together and end the season strong. No matter, the point is that this card's awesome. I mean, the laundry tag's looking a little weird. Kind of got some, like, fuzzes all over the laundry tag. A little weird, not going to lie. But it's from an old NFL jersey, which that's actually interesting. I don't know if that's even from a Nike jersey. It kind of looks like a Reebok tag. Maybe this is going to go from one of my favorites to one of my least favorite pretty fast here. It does say event worn, but maybe that is from the Nike jersey, and then they just switched what the laundry tags look like because the shields are different, I believe, on the Nike ones. Either way, 1 of 1 rookie tag auto. It is on card too for Russell Wilson, which is cool. I like it. I'm a Russell fan ever since he was at the Wisconsin. Obviously, I always root for him to play well. Although I know he's got kind of a lot of haters out there now.
He got a lot, and a lot of them became quiet because, like you said, it was expected that they were going to have a pretty bad season considering how the Dolphins game went, and I've been very impressed. He's there's so many people hating on him. He's taken it on the chin and he's performed, because if you look at his stats, I mean, the Texans game was not great, but besides that, he's been balling for that Broncos team, and he's definitely one of the reasons that they've been winning. So under Sean Payton, they got stuff going, and it's only been his first season there. Not Russell's, Sean Payton's. So we'll see. You never know what will happen. You got a brilliant coach and a great quarterback, and Wisconsin player. Got to always root for him. Even when he was on the Seahawks a little bit, I rooted for him. But whenever we played him, we smacked him. So,
until they want
us. That's not even true. We were like 2-10 or 2-12, like one of the years.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think you guys are that great. All right, I'm gonna go back to you, but you don't have to keep on picking like your favorite cards in this auction. You can start going anywhere you want. Like you did with the Drew Lock, like anything interesting.
Let's see. I would say, looking at the first page, I mean, one I favorited was one of the two big Shoheis, just because I want to see what his market is like since he signed with the Dodgers.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go to the red auto because this is quite the sick card.
Yes, red on red, super sweet. Kind of threw me off with the auto 25, but either way, red on red. Yeah. I think it'll be interesting to see his market, considering he's not going to be pitching to start the year, but he is on pace to be hitting and playing, and we know how impactful Shohei Ohtani is behind the plate, and I don't know many other pitchers that they would be like trying to get back for not pitching. But yeah, he's a dog. His market has dropped a little bit, but there's still a ton of value, as you can see in the price of this, and this is 3 days out. But yeah, I think that's an interesting case, his market, because it's one of those things where you can think maybe his market, like if you pick up something now, that it'll spike, but there's some questions around that injury. But I think he's just built different. I'm surprised he got injured, because that makes sure we know for a fact he's human, and he's not robotic, but he's just an absolute tank.
Yeah, he's a tank to say the least. All right, I gotta shout our guy Jay coming to the Slab Stock Sundays on Thursdays. Says not a bunch of vintage non-sports in auction. A cool, inexpensive card of interest, 1937 Ripley's. Believe it or not, the Marooned Man, a collector type card. There you go. I brought it up to share it here as you brought it out. He said over under hammer price on the 1937 Wright's Flying Machine PSN. Let's see this one. Yo, that's pretty sick from 1937. You always got an eye for the cool old ones. That's pretty cool card there. I couldn't even begin to give you a guess. Jay, why don't you let us know your guess in the comments, and I'll be sure to share it.
I need to find a card for Jay that I think is sweet from what do you filter for this?
I would go to non-sports and then just look from high to low and start looking.
Okay.
And I probably do like pre-1960 or something like that for the year. All right, I'm up next. All right, this is going to be like a two-sided thing here. One, you kind of brought up like, hey, like, Drew Lock, Seahawks, or like Seahawks in general, Russell Wilson, like, you don't really want to cheer for the team, but you like the player type of thing. I've always been a huge Baker fan. I've been a Texas Longhorns fan also since I was like, super young, 2005, 6-ish, around there. But I've always liked Baker, even when he's at Oklahoma, even when he is, acting kind of cocky, but at the same time, it's like, I think he just plays with a supreme competitiveness and confidence that it's really hard to just like mimic. Like, I don't know what is about him, but he's got this aura where I feel like no matter where he goes, no matter who he plays with, teammates he plays with, like he just like elevates everyone. And he was playing through injuries with the Browns. And I honestly I'm sure that he has his distaste for the organization, because I feel like he kind of got kicked to the curb. Like, you look at what he did for the team and bringing the Browns to the playoffs for the first time in like forever, and having like their first winning season, like whatever, forever, all that stuff. Like, they were in the cellar before they drafted Baker, and he brought them out and really got them going, I feel. And, he played through a torn labrum, which I think really affected how he was playing. And it was obvious, his numbers dropped a lot. They ended up moving on from him, bringing Deshaun Watson, gave him the biggest contract and trade, 3 first-round picks, just a terrible deal all the way around for Watson. But Baker, he was kind of bouncing around, went to the Rams, won that game on Thursday Night Football, I believe it was, which was an awesome win. comeback win, like 98 yards down the field or whatever on the last minute drive. I no matter where he goes, I always want to cheer for him and root for him, even with him being an Oklahoma guy. I also think it has to do with how the media was kind of like talking down on him. I remember what's his name? Colin Coward was absolutely hating him before the draft. Still gets drafted #1 overall, and he had I think he created some merch actually that was like chirping back at him or something like that, which was funny. Baker did. But
but
all
also
that
Colin Coward, dude, that dude just don't get me started.
Dude's whack. All right. All that being said is that the only thing I like about him is I actually think he's a big Giannis fan, but other than that, pretty whack. All that being said is that we literally made Baker Mayfield in Lambeau look like Tom Brady ended up somehow back on the Buccaneers from like the year they won the Super Bowl. I literally kid you not. The guy, well, Baker is I like him a lot. He is not a perfect passer rating type quarterback in a given game. Joe Barry's the worst defensive coordinator ever.
We love Joe Barry.
Dude, Julian, I don't know how much you know about Joe Barry. Do you know he was the defensive coordinator for the 0-16 Lions, or he was on their staff?
Oh, I'm not surprised. I think any football fan can look at his stuff and be like, he surely was beforehand was with some pretty bad teams.
And then he was like with the Washington, previously the Redskins, now Commanders, and was like terrible and got fired after 2 seasons. I think that he had one successful like operation somewhere, and then like got given all this like reins like right away. And
is he like, you know a lot more about this than I do, but like, is he actually like close buddies with Matt LaFleur? Is that why?
So I think that like they probably were on a coaching staff before. I should really find out the full details, but the word here in Wisconsin all the time is LaFleur won't fire his buddy, he won't fire his friend, all this stuff. And I think a lot of Packers fans actually like LaFleur for some things, don't like him for other things. I really like him for what he's done with Jordan Love. I think that he's helped out Love a lot this year, specifically after the first like 6 games of the year. But on the flip side, it's like, dude, if you don't fire Joe Barry, I know that I think he actually picks his coaching staff too. If you don't let Joe Barry go, you're probably going to get fired along with him, because if you don't let him go, you're gone also. And I don't want to see that happen. So I really hope, I want to make the playoffs, but I would love to get torched by like 30 points, 3 games in a row, and maybe we win all the games too by scoring 40. But we got to get Joe Barry out of here. We're going nowhere if he's not gone. That's the point. And shout out to Baker for having a great game, but dang, I wish that we won that game, but you're never going to win the game when 3rd and 5 and your corners are 12 yards off the line of scrimmage. Like, what? I don't know what they're doing, but okay. Rant done.
What year did the Rams win the Super Bowl?
It was like 2020 or 21, probably 2021.
Let's see. This might be his successful stint here, but
I'm gonna look him up.
I looked him up. He was with the Rams from 2017 to 2020, but I don't think they won like 2021 or 2022. I think.
Well, yeah, but he was there for when they went to the Super Bowl though in 27 or 20. They went there when I was studying abroad. That's 2019.
Help them to the Super Bowl as the assistant head coach and linebackers coach. Give him the defensive coordinator position.
That's my point. That's my point exactly.
Okay, right. I got one for Jay.
Let's see it.
Some research. We got the 1910 T37 Turkey Red Automobiles Lozier Race SGC2. Dude, they are flying in this thing.
Oh, this is sick.
Little drift action, some Fast and Furious back in the 1910s. Dude, the car is sick. Dude, they're zooming.
Zoom.
Dude, that's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
Jay, that was for you. That's my pick. $6, dude. I might have to buy this.
He said it will be interesting if Julian comes up with another pick. I do gravitate towards pre-1990s nostalgia. If interesting, if hint helps, a couple from same set in auction. There's 2 from this set. I wonder if you got it right. We'll see if Jay. This one. Oh, these people are packing it in. It's fun.
Dude, these cars are hilarious.
That's fun. Fun stuff.
They're zooming in that. Not this one, the other one, but
here's an interesting one. I'd like to go and see any previous quotes from Charles Barkley and Zion Williamson.
I did see this one, and I thought the exact same thing.
Like, what if like Charles is absolutely like flame Zion like live on the on NBA and TNT or whatever? It'd be so funny to see these 2 guys in the same car.
I'm pretty sure Charles Barkley might be like his biggest hater. Like, seriously, I've heard so much stuff about Charles Barkley. So he'll just be like calling like straight up fat and like Like he needs to like stop eating food. It's so that's the first thing when I saw us patching the torch. I'm like, these dudes definitely do not like each other.
Yeah, that's pretty funny actually. And then I'm just gonna go back to back here. What does this set remind you of? I don't know how much you look at Panini basketball cards, but
Like the timeless moments.
well, I was gonna say Spotlight Signatures. It's literally the exact same copy design. I'll show you.
Yeah. I got you.
I'm gonna go find the.
I got the. Oh no, I didn't get the product right. That's 1-in-1. The yours is Noir.
Yeah, I mean similar feelings behind the cards. Let's see here if I can get this. Here we go. So it's just a little bit like this one's vertical, but I mean you're pretty much talking.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
know-
First of all, some of my favorite cards ever produced are these. By the way, these things are absolutely amazing. Shout out to Panini for making a nice basketball set. Maybe one.
Yeah,
of
I was
a couple
gonna say
left.
your favorite, the sneaker spotlights.
Yeah, I love the Stinger Spotlights, but yeah, pretty much exact copy design here from Leaf on the Pro Set Action Ink. They bought Pro Set name at some point, I think. But there you go. That was my next one. Ooh. Did you have one ready? Or otherwise, I'm going to shoot again.
No, keep going. I'm done after. I can't pass the turkey red automobile Logier Racer. I'm ending the night on that.
Okay, well, this one here we've got Mike Trout Red Flare Refractor from 2022 Top Scrum Cosmic. I know that this isn't the set that we ripped, Julian, but this is the year before. But I know you love some Cosmic. Look
Dude,
how
I do love
sick,
some Cosmic.
look how sick that parallel is.
Dude, those Cosmic cards are so sweet.
That is just
That was probably one of my favorite baseball products to rip of the year. Now, granted, I did start like end of the summer, so like it wasn't the entire year.
That was
Cosmic cards. Oh,
I'd say that's probably like really your first big baseball rip too. I remember you probably ripped your first like full or at least a bunch of boxes of baseball with that.
it might be. That's probably true, and this couldn't have been a better product. Ooh, I love me some Cosmic, and this card is. I mean, the colors and everything, like it's not too much. It's all like the little kid in me, like looking up into space, wanting to become an astronaut. Like, oh, so good.
It is very cool. All right. I gotta share this one. Hank Aaron Legend Relic 1/1 PSA 10 red parallel ruby parallel from Topps Triple Threads here, and most importantly, he is in the Milwaukee Brewers uniform. I love me some Hank Aaron and Milwaukee Braves uniform cards. I don't like the ones where they got him in the Atlanta Braves, which came between the Milwaukee Braves and ending with the Milwaukee Brewers. But they got him in a Brewers uniform here and Brewers relics too, I believe. And if let's do some little zoom action here. Game used memorabilia in the bottom right corner. Like honestly, I don't know how much it's going to end
You
for.
might have to buy this, Aaron.
Exactly. I don't know how much it's going to end at. It's already $84, but I will legitimately keep my eye on this thing Christmas Eve night. If anyone's watching some rare cards as maybe you're hanging out with some family too, we'll probably be watching a movie. I'm like, got a bid on this Hank Aaron. But man, such
Pause
a cool
the movie.
card.
Pause the movie. Pause
I know.
alone. I got a bid on the Hank Aaron.
I know. And I'll come back from church, and the first thing I do is try to find this Hank Aaron to see if it's still going.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fun card there. And then how about this one?
I did see this one.
This is cool. David Ortiz with the red ink on there. It says like thank Red Sox Nation. I'm sure it's supposed to say thanks Red Sox Nation. Maybe it doesn't. I just can't see the S. But yeah, super, super, super cool card right there. It's his crowd thanks Poppy as Legend says goodbye. I'm sure it's from like his last game or whatever like that. But just an awesome inscription on the and it's jersey number 234 out of 49. So that's a fun one.
Some of those top Schnarr cards are super sweet. And that's one of them where it's just like a historic moment for his career and for fans of him.
Agreed. So at this point, like I'm trying to find like a Damian Lillard card to add to my collection. I think I'm just going to have to wait until 2023-24 product releases start happening because I need the Noir spotlight signature, sneaker signature of him in a Bucks jersey. I feel like me spending like $200 plus on a Blazers card from a random year just isn't it when I'm obviously want him in a Bucks uniform. So I think I'm just going to wait. I'm going to hold tight, save the pennies, and get a super dope one from the Bucks uniform. Oh man, this is another one I actually would want to win in this. I'm sure you saw this.
Dude, I actually didn't see this.
You didn't see that? Jonathan Taylor Flawless.
Oh my. Okay,
yeah.
I'm saving this.
JT Flawless patch autograph with part of the Rose Bowl patch on it.
Oh. I'm about to
Dude,
act up.
it's a sick card, numbered out of 10. I'm surprised. I mean, I wasn't sure if you're trying to conceal it or
No,
not.
I think because like when I do the price, I probably went down to like 50, and this is like right under it.
Yeah, it was a little bit probably under that too when I was looking
Oh,
at it.
Aaron,
But,
I'll
man,
fight you for this.
I got enough Jonathan Taylor Sweet Badger stuff in my collection. If you want it, you can go for it. But it's an
Dude,
awesome card. I love
oh
it.
my gosh.
For the soccer fans
Christmas
out
came
there,
early.
I know Andrew's not watching right now, but if he were, I'm sure he'd be going nuts. We got Martin Odegaard right here, Global Icons autograph, PSA 9, number of 199. Super, super, super nice card right there. He does not, I mean, he started to sign more, I think, with the newer top sets, but there was like a very big period of time there where he wasn't signing, and these are some of the earliest autographs you can find of him. So if you are a soccer fan, Arsenal fan, maybe a nice one to go look at. Let's see here. And then also, this is kind of funny that this one's here too, another soccer one. But 2014 Panini Adrenaline XL PSA 8, most solid in the champion or in the Chelsea kit right there. And Andrew actually gifted me a Mohamed Salah in a Chelsea kit. So I don't think it's this one, but I do have a card of him in Chelsea, which is pretty fun.
Wah, wah, wah.
Okay, stop.
It's unfortunate.
And piggybacking off of what our discussion was last week with 2021 quarterbacks, I mean, I really wish that this card didn't have Lawrence on it, had Trey Lance on it.
Bad. Oh yeah, that would be funny.
So it's got Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, and Zach Wilson on a quad patch card right here. It kind of exemplifies everything we were talking about last week with how brutal 2021 quarterback class was, from the dollars that they were priced at to where they are at now. And maybe I have one or two more, but oh, here we go. I do have one more. Talk to me, Julian. Talk to me.
What? I can't see it.
I know.
Oh, there. Oh, my boy, Kobe White. Kobe White 2024 All-Star campaign starts now. Dude, I thank you for finding these cards. I'm gonna favorite this one too.
It's really cheap right now too.
Dude, Kobe White. I mean, Aaron saw him when we played the Bucks, and Aaron was actually at that game, and he does not miss from three, and he's so shifty. He's a shorter guy, but he's just so shifty, so fast. He shares the ball, which is something the Bulls really need, and that's why I think partially we've been so successful, because he's very unselfish, brings a ton of energy. One of the funniest guys. I love Kobe White so much. I need to start picking up some of his cards. But the future is bright for Kobe White. Kobe White 2024 All-Star game.
Yep. And we got like the number one fan for Kobe White in the house here. Not Julian, but Big John. Big John has indeed been buying Kobe White on the weekly auction for like the last year. I remember every single week we live, and Big John's like, another Kobe White, another Kobe White. Well, hey, it was probably a great buy last year. I really like Kobe White in college at North Carolina. Seems like a good kid, or seemed like a good kid then. And obviously, Julian, is a fan of him now, so I gotta assume he's still a good guy. And
yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of him on the Bulls. He didn't reach his potential the past few years. He's always just been, his energy is amazing, and his hair, dude. Oh, if I could have hair like that, it'd be fantastic. But
you should try it.
his energy is just so good, and I know all the teammates on the Bulls love being around him. So, future of the Bulls right here.
And then this one is going to be one of my last ones I'm going to share. So Corbin Burns, his only first Bowman Chrome cards are non-autographs. He does not have a first Bowman Chrome auto. He is 2018 autos, which does not have the first Bowman logo. I would like to get this card as well. We'll see what it's priced at. I hear we're not trading him, but you never know. A big offer walks up, and I'm sure that the Brewers won't say no. And then I want to highlight these two right here. Two Yoshida Topps Chrome rookie oranges out of 25. There's two ending. So sometimes when there's two of the same card ending, especially this rare, maybe you can get one in a deal. So maybe go look at one of those. And then I got to end it off, I think, with this. How about a Peely?
Wow,
2019.
Gotta finish it off strong.
PSA 8 Peely. I was about to say 2019 Panini Fortnite. Imagine if you go ahead.
I was gonna say, have you seen the clip of, I think it was a podcast, and Tyreek Hill was on it, and he plays a ton of Fortnite, and they're like, Tyreek, who's your biggest op? And then he goes, Peely.
That's pretty funny.
Because apparently everyone stream snaps him and they get this like banana outfit.
He was wearing a banana outfit?
No, like when he plays Fortnite, other people like stream snipe him wearing the Peely outfit.
What do you mean? Oh,
Do you know
like
what stream sniping is?
no, I don't.
Like
Yeah,
basically when you're streaming, people like fans try and get in the same game as you, so then they
Oh,
can
okay.
kill you and like be famous. And I don't know,
Yeah.
it's kind of annoying, but it's hilarious.
How would you even try to get into the same game as someone? There's so many matchmaking games.
Well, if they don't have like a delay on their stream, when they hit click start, if you click it at the exact same time as them, then there's like a chance that you can get in the same game.
That's pretty funny, actually. Or you gotta try to time it if there's a delay.
Yeah,
that's
but
kind of funny.
most people do the delay now because like, oh my gosh, like sometimes it'll be like an entire lobby of stream snipers and it's insane.
That's pretty funny. All right, well, hey, as promised, we are going to give away a card to end the show for those of you that have showed up. I do have to,
Peely.
well, no, we don't own it yet. If we had it, I would. Please drop number ones in the chat. We're gonna leave this open for like a minute or two here, but yeah, we're gonna give away a card to end the show. This is gonna be one that actually was not claimed from throughout the year, at some point, and we're gonna give away the Spaceballs Ludicrous Speed and Patrick Mahomes. It was unclaimed.
Really?
Unclaimed. Yeah.
Because this was the one you talked about, that that parody Star Wars, right?
Yes, exactly. Spaceballs.
Yes. Aaron, if you don't guess the name on this one, like there's no hope for you. The odds on this are gonna be so good.
Yeah, the odds are gonna be better than ever. I'm not gonna count it. It would be a Mickey Mouse dub. If I get it, I'm not gonna count it.
But once again, apologies to everybody if Aaron chooses your name. It's not personal. He doesn't do it intentionally. He thinks he's actually gonna guess it.
Totally. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to pull it up on my laptop so we can give it away. So we got like what, 6 people in here right now?
We got 6 so far.
Yeah, different time stream. I knew that there would
7. Jeff G's. Oh, Birder's Backyard's back. Birder's Backyard wants in.
Oh my gosh, he's back. He or she's back. All right. We're gonna close this thing down at 6:12. So get your number ones in there. Jay, put your number 1 in. Come on, I'm gonna end this in like a.
He said not it.
Jay, get your name in there for the Mahomes. All right, there, Jay's in it. 6:12 is almost here, anyways. It's a cool card. I mean, 6:12.
Yeah. Super sweet. It's like they're going into hyper speed.
Ludicrous speed, bro. Ludicrous speed. Come on,
dude. No, where's that? No.
That's what's from Spaceballs. That's how this entirely started. Okay, so
no, don't say that. Ludicrous speed. Ugh, you can't say that.
Why?
Because we got only Star Wars, true Star Wars.
Speaking of ludicrous, have you ever seen Fred Claus, the movie?
No.
It's a funny Christmas movie. Ludacris is in the movie.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's the DJ for the elves.
Dude, that's hilarious.
All right, let's see here. I think it's even better. Oh no, is it 1 in 10? It is 1 in 10. All right, here we go. 10% shot. That's not even that great of odds, let's be honest.
Oh, it's a lot better than before. Come on, Aaron. It's your shot.
All right. There we go. All right. Good luck, everyone. This is for the Mahomes. About to go plaid. There we go. Peg Jug knows what I'm talking about. All right. 3 times. 1, 2. Going with my guy Jay. My guy Jay got in at the end.
Sorry, Jay. I apologize.
Come on, Jay.
That would be really funny if it was Jay. I'm going for Tom.
I'm literally never gonna get this. This is my best chance ever. Going to Mark Sakaguchi. Congratulations on getting them a Mahomes. I'm gonna drop my email.
You guessed Jay when he was at 8, and he got 8.
He didn't even move. Congratulations, Mark, for getting them a Mahomes. Please send us your identity key email to info@slapstocks.com. We'll be sure to send it your way. But that's going to be a wrap on our show here. Everyone, do not forget the actual auction is going to close on Sunday night, like normal, extended bidding starting at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Be sure to check out the items leading up to that show or that extended bidding. There's plenty of amazing items ending. You might be able to throw in some bids beforehand too if you're busy on Christmas Eve, like myself. Otherwise, good luck in the extended bidding window. If we didn't even point out the Jalen Hurts NFL Shield, there's just some insane stuff here. I just want to give everyone once again a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Congrats to Mark for winning that Mahomes. And I hope everyone has a great evening. Julian, thanks for coming and doing the preview with me. And we'll see you all back here. At least I'll be here. Julian, we're gonna talk him into it. New Year's Eve night. We'll be closing out 2023 together here on the Slapstack Sunday show. So appreciate everyone. We'll see you next time.